just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Dante Jackson, the first of his career. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 40. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's caught by Smith. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Still going. They can't stop him. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. Powers through. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had
a couple other reasons. They're down on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 45 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Like 20.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up
down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This is Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Newton's going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey!
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Jack 16.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? following the penalty. Anderson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his year.
Can you hear me?